Oh, nice.
So it could be
We're here.
it could be 2, 3 in the morning.
I ain't going
So
anywhere.
I know. So they just, when they have an opening, they call us, and so we'll wheel you down there. But they said they have everything. They did ask, do you have your remote?
Yes.
Okay. So as long as you have your remote, we should be good that way. I talked to the nurses, the nurse and the aide, as far as urgency to get in here, help, that sort of thing. So they'll be on that.
Yeah, she came
Yes. And I talked to the doctor.
Which doctor was it?
It's the doctor on call tonight, which is Dr. Wright. So, what she did say that I could say at this point is, because I don't know if they communicated that they're doing stroke workup stuff.
Well, we kinda got that
Yeah.
idea. but-
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
Dr. Kim or whatever.
yeah, so one of the, sometimes, not always, but one of the symptoms for, strokes can be vertigo. So they're doing, that's what all of the workup that they're doing is for the stroke workup. And so, because Dr. Kim, like the day doctors, they kind of will have a plan as to far as what they want to do and treat. So they're not only looking for potential stroke workup, but because you had TIAs in the past, they're going to put together a plan to help try and prevent future strokes as well. So once they get all the information from the MRI tonight, the CT from earlier today, any other blood work, different things like that, then they'll be able to formulate a better plan tomorrow.
Ultrasound of the heart as well.
Yeah, they'll be doing the echo, all of that. So once they have all of that, then they'll have more information, but that's why you haven't gotten maybe information on specific tests, because they wanna look at the whole picture before they share some of that. So, I don't know if that helps, but that's what kind of we're working on and addressing right now.
So, I'm guessing with the other things that have said over the last few hours, that all could get together tomorrow morning sometime,
Mm-hmm.
talk about cases, so it's not likely that I'm gonna see anybody until late morning at the earliest.
Yes, you wouldn't see a doctor until then.
And do they ever start really, I'm just trying to figure out what time I need to be here.
So
probably
I
don't know.
usually, like, when I'm working the floor as a nurse, I leave between 7:30 and 8, and I don't usually see the neurologist rounding before then. Like, I'll see them on the floor because they have to do their shift handoff as well, and so they're kind of going through that. So I would say if you were here, by around 8, or after, but I don't think you need to be here before then.
I had him have some chewable aspirin and also that other medicine that thins the blood, starts with an L,
The
or tell me one that they give along with aspirin to thin the blood.
Coumadin or something?
No, the Lipitor.
Yeah.
Lipitor.
No.
that. My question
The
is,
it could be the Lovenox. No. I'm trying to think of which ones they were, because we do Lovenox, we have a blood thinner shot, which we do Lovenox.
it wasn't a shot, it was a pill. But my question was, is that ordered to continue? I mean, he gave it to him in emergency.
Yeah, so there will be, the nurse will be bringing it in. I can tell you, usually with our stroke workups, we always do a cholesterol medication, usually a blood thinner shot, which will be Lovenox.
I think it was a shot, yeah.
It might not have been. I'm trying to think. We do a couple of different things. So let me just pull up real quick and I can tell you.
Also, how often are you checking his glucose levels?
Is he type 2 diabetic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one
Okay.
nurse said it was going to be every 4 hours, and then another one said breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they haven't checked it, I don't think,
I've
for...
got this device in my arm, so.
Yeah.
But they said they have to do their own tests, so...
Yeah.
So we do the kind of during the day. It's like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner-ish time is when it's scheduled for us. It's scheduled at night between 9 and 10, and then again between 1 and 2. And Now, with that said, if the blood sugar is less than 180 at 10 p.m., we don't retest it again at 2.
Because it would just go down, right?
Yeah, the insulin will be working, they're not eating through the night, but if it's above 180, then we test again at 2 a.m. So.
I have questions. I have several meds, as you also look at the chart.
Mm-hmm.
And I take every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Should maybe bring that in, should take it.
I don't want lettuce to.
And also, I take the Lantus shot, I give myself a shot every morning,
Mm-hmm.
40 units.
Okay,
So,
I can look and see what
And
we
we
have.
didn't get any insulin at all today until, what time was it they finally got it in?
4 or something? 3
I
units?
think about 4. I've been worried about it all day because we didn't have any of this stuff before we left home. And they finally, he had a shot at,
Yeah, so it
Four.
looks like they gave him, which it wouldn't have been too terribly high. I mean, compared to what we see, he got 3 units back about 4:30.
okay.
here's a more intense unit in Atlantis, because that's a far smaller number than my 40 units. in
Yes,
Atlantis.
yes.
I remember
So the
Dad, she
Lantus is
told you
gonna
about
be a
that.
long-lasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have, what I don't see on here is the Lantus, which we can call and see, call the pharmacist and see what the status is on that. And then, so some things, depending on what medications you take, sometimes the doctors will be holding certain medications for various reasons. If there's a medication that you are concerned about, that you feel like you need to be taking that isn't on the schedule, that's something we can call.
The only one that I've taken that I would put in that category.
Okay,
Because I've had a past history of the doctors giving me Lantus and then also giving me Glyptoprid, or however you say
Mhm.
that. And those two fought each other,
Mhm.
and I was going through hell for months,
okay,
going as high as 400 and as low as 52.
Oh.
And that would happen
And yo-yo.
sometimes within 2 hours. And all of a sudden they call me up and say, oops, and they took the Glyptoprid away, and then
they took the,
that my variations have been typically from low 80s to high 130s.
okay,
And that's all I had to do is take that one stick of medicine.
okay. So the Lantus is one time in the morning, 40 units, and then the,
40.
40, yeah. And then for the other, the Lispro will just be the 3 times a day, well, I guess breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I have, let me see. Okay, yeah, it was the Plavix, the clopidogrel, that's what they would have given in the ER. So that was the one you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that sounds right.
Yeah. So we do have Plavix again that we'll be giving tomorrow morning. The only thing tonight, will be the Lipitor, which is the atorvastatin, that's a cholesterol medication,
Yeah.
and then, the Lovenox shot. So those are the only 2 that are scheduled for tonight with your orders.
Let's see, and the Lovenox
And then,
and
and
what
then the
did you
insulin.
say?
So not the aspirin? Did you do aspirin
The
before?
aspirin, he's already done, he'll do that again tomorrow.
Just once a day?
Charge cord for this?
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
I'll have to
so they
go
do
get
what's
it.
called a loading dose in the
Okay.
hospital, and in the emergency department, they do the loading dose, and then, here on the floor, it's, smaller, like the baby aspirin.
Oh, okay.
one.